Oh, it's fun here today in the household. It's Christmas Eve. This is Cooking with Sean. I've made 8 cheesecakes already. I've got 3 more to do. It's the most I've ever made in one holiday. So, I'm going to go through and show you how I make my cheesecakes. I've had this recipe for years and years and years. So what we need to start with is, turn around Sydney, 2 packages of cream cheese. I've got them warming up over the oven. Oven is sitting at 350 degrees preheating. One tip I can give you is the warmer the cream cheese, the easier this will be for you. So, we plop our cream cheese into the mixing bowl. Philadelphia cream cheese, the only way to go. This mixer has gotten a lot of use over the years. I love it. With this cheesecake, set it on the slowest mixing setting. This one is set to stir. You do not want air to be incorporated into your cream cheese. So we let that sit there and mix for a little while. Get it off of the beater every now and then. And then while that is stirring in, this is 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 14 ounces. We slowly let that pour in. I don't know, I've never tried. The recipe always called for slowly pouring it in, so I slowly pour it in. I hope we're not giving you guys a headache watching that beater go round and round and round. Where's she at?
Behind us.
Under our feet like normal, waiting for the goodies to drop off the counter.
That never do.
Yeah, right. She is going to be one fat dog after this holiday season.
No kidding.
We made Chex Mix the other night. Oh, she had a couple of good handfuls that fell out of the mixing bowl. Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's alright.
I plan on having this video completely unedited, so after I get this done, it goes right to YouTube. And that part will even be left in some of this. Ha
Even the
Total prep time on this usually takes about 20 minutes.
Oh, this is good.
Cooking time, again, stove is set at 350 degrees. It will cook for 50 minutes, 50 minutes. And it is the best recipe I have ever found
Really
for
good.
cheesecakes. The guys at my work devoured the first one yesterday. 3 more are being delivered today, with the rest going to family members tomorrow. So we let that sit there and mix for a while. You really don't want to have any lumps in the batter when it's all done here. Sometimes lumps are unavoidable. That's alright. Interesting camera view.
Yeah, I know. It's perfect, isn't it?
Oh, just lovely.
Mm-hmm. Perfecto.
Recipe calls for lemon juice, 1/4 cup. Pour that in while it's mixing. It's the only recipe I've ever seen that wants lemon juice. And by golly, it makes a world of difference. So while that's mixing, I'm going on to the next step that I've got here. This is going to be a strawberry cheesecake. We need 2/3 of a cup of strawberry preserves. Make sure it's got the fruit. The fruit is what gives it the good flavor. And this does not have to be accurate. I kind of guesstimate up sometimes. If my mixing cup here is a little bit over full, that's alright. Good enough. So into that, I think it's about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice you pour into there. I've done this so many times. I eyeball it, and I'll show you what this lemon juice is for. As you stir this up, it breaks down the gelatinous texture of the preserves. It makes it really runny. It's easier to pour and handle. And like I said, I eyeball it. So if it's not runny enough that globs off the spoon, I add a little bit more lemon juice. Yep, need a little bit more lemon juice. Oh, that might be too much.
No.
This isn't rocket science. This does not need to be perfect. The details in this cheesecake are in the cream cheese mix. There, that pours off a lot better. Alrighty, so we can set that off to the side. Put that away. Ooh, that cream cheese mix is looking so good. I'm a firm believer of scraping the bowl several times, making sure everything is picked up and out of the bottom. Scrape the beater off once more. Gotta make sure all the cream cheese lumps are getting mixed in. These KitchenAid mixers, they are a little bit spendy, but by golly, they make up for it in the things that they can do. Okay, and then it calls for 2 eggs. I grew up on a farm. I was taught to crack your eggs into a cup of some sort to make sure that the eggs are good. And these eggs, the shells end up being a little bit soft on them this time around when I got them. So I don't want any shells in my mix either. So we put in our 2 eggs, let that beat for a few minutes. And while that is mixing, I got my graham cracker crust ready. This is the Keebler Ready Crust 2 extra serving size. It has to be that 2 extra serving size for this kind of cheesecake. Otherwise you will just over pour your normal standard graham cracker crust. That's done mixing. One little final scrape here on the beater. I'm not being real thorough on scraping the mixer beater just because I've got some more to do. So then you pour about half of the mix into the bottom of your crust. It doesn't have to be a perfect half, just roughly. Thank you, Sydney.
You're welcome.
And then you spread out your preserves. Well, this last weekend I'd made up 8 cheesecakes to be delivered and whatnot. Got strawberry, plain, raspberry, blueberry, boysenberry. What the heck's a boysenberry? Oh no, I've never seen or heard of a boysenberry. It's going to be very interesting to try. I'm not afraid to experiment a little bit. I think we missed one. Cherry. Yeah, we missed the cherry.
Did you get raspberry?
Raspberry, cherry, strawberry, boysenberry,
Blueberry,
and plain. So that's roughly about half of the mix. It doesn't have to be perfect. I've got a little bit more jelly in here than what was really called for. Not a big deal.
Just gonna get covered up anyways.
Yep. So then, this is taking years of practice. Getting that all covered up on the first go around. Oh, and I'll tell you this recipe is so easy to make. All 3 of my kids have made it. They are 11, 10, and 8. So anybody can do this. It's a very, very simple recipe. And this doesn't have to be perfect, it's just kind of for decoration. I have my own little twist with this when I'm done here. I will show you that. My sister hates it though. She hates my cheesecakes too because they're so good. She cannot make them right. I take a regular butter knife and I pull through, giving it a little star pattern. And that will be it. You let that set up. I've found out you let it set up for at least 5 minutes before you throw it in the oven, and it helps to prevent the cheesecake from cracking so bad around the jelly. So we'll let that set for a few minutes here. We'll shut the camera off in the time being, and we'll throw it in the oven. Again, that was at 350 degrees for 50 minutes. And when it's done, we'll pull it out and we'll show you what it looks like. So we'll see you in a little while. Thanks. Well, the timer went off. Let's see how it turned out. Oh my goodness. Looks wonderful. I'm going to close back up. Looks splendid. And that is the finished result, people. And just to give you a little showing of what that looks like, there's a nice creamy inside. And boy is it good. Well, I'll get this video posted to YouTube here, and you guys all have a Merry Christmas and blessed holidays.